That's what's going on. F5 my pawn here, and welcome back to Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Since we last left off, we met with a certain individual who was, at one point, loyal to Arthur, but it does appear that, due to the actions of the... Well, I'm not sure what Avalon is going through, but due to Avalon, or something within Avalon, things are going awry, resulting in the disillusion between the two factions, which is quite interesting, to say the least. I'm not sure whether I'm going to save Avalon at this point or not, but we'll have to see how things pan out. But I digress. We'll just have to see how things pan out. But without further ado, let's just get into things and see what happens, because we've got to try and reunite the tribes, but we're gonna do it in a way where Avalon doesn't get attacked, and they try and do it diplomatically. At least that is the hope. But I digress. Okay. I imagine things are going to get much more difficult from here on. I'm not sure whether that's going to be a good or bad thing, but we'll just have to see. One thing is for certain, I do want to get much stronger as a result of it, regardless of what we do, so... Let's start out by figuring out what we want to handle real quick. I guess we need to sell some things here. Alright, weapons. We don't really need weapons. Don't need these. Armor, here we go. I guess if we're going by weight, this is probably the way to go. Plague Wraith Head, oh god. Mm-hmm. Honestly, the Sir Gawain set might be a good choice because it'll increase our melee critical chance, and we're almost always at a high health threshold in most cases. If we can just increase our max health and keep that really high, then we should be fine. I'll have to consider the Sir Gawain setup. Alternatively, I can go for things like Umbral Shroud or anything like that. We got 2 Umbral Shrouds, so we do want to take 1 and sell that. Queen's Protection Shroud. Increases spell power, physical damage, and critical chance. We need some spirituality to make it work, but it is a decent item. But again, Sir Gawain's setup is probably the way to go. We would lose out on 37% damage, though. Which is a slight bummer, but the criticals would skyrocket, so that's something worth considering. And that would be effectively double, if not triple damage every single time. Which is arguably going to be better than physical damage 37%. Critical hits make your target bleed. No. And the rest is pretty subpar, all things considering. Although increasing critical damage is tempting. Nah, I think Sir Gawain's Weathered Helm is probably a good one. Let's see. Melee critical chance by 25% when your health is below a certain threshold. I don't really like that. Increases physical damage by X amount when your health is above a certain threshold. It also increases your max health. Let's give Sir Gawain's setup a try. I think we can actually make a lot of use out of it. We just have to build up the armor significantly, and then we should be good. Alright, let's see. We want to keep the heavy gauntlet, so the tungsten gauntlet is not going to be good. Even though the increased physical damage is pretty nice. But increasing unarmed damage by the amount of armor points the gauntlets provide is just too good to pass up. It is a... I'm not sure if it's a percentage or if it's a set bonus, but I think the heavy gauntlets do carry us here. Although, I guess I could give it a try to see how they fare. So I'll grab those. Increase attack speed by a set amount when your health is above 90. Eh, we don't need attack speed, honestly. I'd rather hit hard. Increase magic, no. Okay, Increases max stamina by 20, decreases stamina regeneration by 10, killing an enemy reduces stamina cost to 0 for 5 seconds. Eh. We get full recovery if we crit, so... We got 2 sets of elusive pants, so we can sell one. Attacks restore 50 stamina. Magical critical chance and increases critical damage. Sneak damage. Take 1 pair. Increases critical chance by 15% is probably the best choice of the lots. Yeah, I think we just want the fledgling breeches. Because this increases critical chance by 15. Which would help us in general, and if we go with the Eternal Guardian sigils, then we should be fine. The only downside is obviously the physical damage reduction, but if we play our cards right, we'll be critting so much times that we should be fine. Boots-wise, let's see. We can increase our movement speed multiplier by 25% when our health is below a set threshold with the former boots. Increase critical damage when your health is above 90%. This is probably what's going to help us enough. So, Sir Gawain's Weathered Sabatons is probably a good one. And if we can find a way to scale our health with damage, that would probably be a very good way to get us to ridiculous levels of damage. 2 sets of Assassin Boots are not necessary. Increases critical damage, critical chance, and decreased noise. We shouldn't need that, I don't think. But it is definitely tempting to get more critical chance. But we shouldn't need that much critical chance, I don't think. We just need enough to guarantee crits more often. The dual Knight Cape is going to scale with us quite a lot, so we should be fine there. And after we kill an enemy, we restore HP, so that's going to be nice. Ulfur's Titan Steel Cape is probably the strongest that we've got. We don't need huge Secret Totem, but it is still a unique item, so I do want to keep it. So, buff duration is tempting, but don't really need it. I could go with the critical chance and risk the extra damage, but I think we're better off just sticking with the dual Knight Cape. It is a safer option, and it gives us stamina regen, so it'll help us in the long run. We can decrease incoming damage by 20% at the cost of decreasing healing by 75%. We can increase a ranged critical chance, which is not good enough. Critical chance by 3, no. Although the Ring of Despair is a good choice, I think. Amulet-wise, we got a 10% crit chance already. Let's see. Yeah, I think the only good one is probably the Amulet of the Novice Ogre Hunter. But if it were like a 90% chance or 90% HP boost, or like 80%, then I would definitely consider this, because this is just a 33% increase in damage, which is nice. That's what I would have gone with anyways. Weapon relics are pretty much few and far between. On hit, it has a 20% chance to apply haste. Or on critical hit, applies haste. I'm not sure what haste does exactly. Oh, haste increases movement speed, so kind of pointless for us. And we should be good there. Okay, do we need to put anything away? No, I think we just need to sell, really, and then we should be good. Alright, let's go on a sell spree, I guess. Yo,
A face I don't know, that's rare.
what are you doing?
Counting the years, naming the dead. Stones remember what we forget. Births, deaths, oaths taken, oaths broken. The things that matter more than whoever's shouting the loudest at the moment.
Has anything ever been erased?
Nothing is ever truly gone. You can chisel out a name, but the scar stays. Sometimes scars speak louder than the clean stone.
Why carve records into stone?
Parchment rots, ink fades. Stone stays where you leave it. Even if the village burns, a stone half buried will still speak if someone listens.
Can you carve something for me?
Maybe, but carving is no small thing. Be careful of what you ask to leave behind.
I simply want to leave a mark that I passed through here.
No name, no tale, just a sign. The stone will bear it, if you will. Memory fades, stone stays.
Why not? Okay, so before I do continue, let's see about upgrading. We have some funds, but it's not going to be enough to warrant upgrades. Let's see. We can increase our critical damage insanely by doing this way. We cannot increase the critical chance of the fledgling breaches, so that is a bit of a bummer. But we can increase the physical damage of that. We can increase the physical damage of this. And we cannot increase the melee critical chance, it seems. So whatever critical chance you get from gear, you basically stuck with it, which is the bummer. Okay. Let's go into handcrafting. Let's craft many leathers. This will just give us the funding to start out with. I guess we do increase our HP by doing this, so there is no reason to not. I'll at least bring up the armor to 10. I'll bring this up to 15. I'll bring this up to 10. This will increase critical damage up to 29. Now, my current critical chance should be... Yeah, it's currently 42. So, if I were to change out into the different gear, this will give me a 25% boost. Supposedly. So, what is it? 42 currently. So 42 plus 25. That brings us up to 67. If we go with the fledgling breeches, that's going to bring it up by an additional 15. So that's going to give us a melee critical chance of 82. Melee specifically, so... Yeah, so 82. That's nearly guaranteed crits. We can increase our physical health by using the Weathered Cuirass. And increasing physical damage as well. I suppose if we wear the certain armor, we should be good for damage, but, let's go with this. This increases critical damage. So our current critical damage, if we check it, we've got 296. So if we wear these are going to increase them significantly more. This does mean that we're going to go barefoot, but, small price to pay. But, yeah. This should guarantee crits. Let's go with attach relics. Right, I need to sell some stuff first. That'll get us the money that we need anyways. We'll have to warp to it, though. We'll talk with other people on a Mo. We just need to focus on selling. Hello.
Outsider, you chose a bad time to wander through our lands. Tell me, do you hunt?
Only if I must.
That's how it should be. Treat your prey with respect. Never take more than you need. Not so hard, if you even know that much. Is it?
What's this about?
Trying to understand. Someone's been hunting in our woods. Though, hunting isn't the right word. It's slaughter. They leave carcasses to rot. Pierce the hides so they can't be used. I can't fathom it.
Do you know who could be doing it?
No idea. Though some of the stag fathers chosen fled the woods, might have even survived. They of all people should know the rules of the hunt. Wouldn't surprise me if they chose to ignore them.
I could take care of it for you.
Wouldn't say no to that. Normally I'd go myself, but we still need to bury the dead, tend to the wounded. No time for hunting, not even for justice. Fine, bring me the head of that butcher, whoever it is, and I'll make sure you're rewarded.
Who are you?
I'm Vesna, huntress, wife of Vragi.
You seem calm in spite of what happened here.
I try. The others need that. Vragi and I got lucky. We still have each other. I'm trying to take care of those who don't.
Are you a better hunter than Kit Jill?
I talk less, that's for sure.
Alright. How do you feel about the Stagfather?
The god I worshipped, or the abomination that massacred our village? Because the god I always felt was the one waiting with me in the woods. Sitting in silence, watching me honor the hunt. That thing that attacked us, it didn't hunt, it just killed. It felt alien to me.
I see.
Be careful on...
Grail, okay. That's a nice little quest that we can use. Well, a nice little quest that we can add to our repertoire, I would suppose. Let's see. If I go down here, should be able to find something worth grabbing. But yes, now I've effectively guaranteed myself crits, which is going to nuke our damage up significantly. If I can increase the additive bonuses, then I should be good to go. Oh, I think there's more to this place, if I'm not mistaken. I just need to find it. It's just a matter of finding it. I guess I go up these wards here. Hello. Hello?
You came late. Some of us stayed. Most of us didn't. If you're looking for survivors, you won't find many.
What happened?
Our god rose and tore the ground open. Half the village went with him. Half stayed behind.
You said people went with him.
Away forever. Into the lands of the eternal hunt.
What are you praying for?
My sons are gone now. Both of them. I buried what I could, and the rest I left to the sky. Now I pray so that I remember how to live without them.
What will you do now?
I buried the bodies. I will mend the roof. I will plant what seed we have left. There's nothing else to do.
After all this, you're still praying.
I was raised to worship, not to cry. If a god calls you home, you answer. If he leaves you standing, you pray harder. The road takes.
I see. I don't know if this is, considered a bad thing, but, I'll just save just in case, because it looks important to some degree. Here we go. It increases weak spot damage by 100%. Not bad. Not sure why Brindis is being hostile with us, but there you go, I guess. God's Cure. We seriously do need to sell, though. Like, that's inevitable. So it's just a matter of finding who we can sell to.
Let's talk to Glirna.
Glirna, huh? Okay. Well, I guess we talked with Glirna, and she's probably gonna have what we need, so... Or at the very least, she'll have something that we can sell to her, which will be good enough for us. What is our damage, anyways? Hold on. Melee damage is 190%, which is slightly reduced, but our critical damage will make up for it, I think, so we should be fine. We did nerf our armor a little bit, but that's a small price that we have to pay to make sure our strength gets stronger. Or our powers get stronger, I should say. Let's save here. No idea what's about to happen, but, go have a chat. Yep.
The forest whispered. The fire screamed. The bones agreed. And at last, here you are. Just in time.
You've... just in time.
In my dreams, I hear the crack of seals and snapping bones. The horned god
cursed with pain and blood, tears at the bonds I used to bind him. The earth trembles with his fury. Can you feel it? Soon he will break free. And then we shall pay for calling him with blood, not faith.
The man lying on the altar, is that Gudri?
Yes, Gudri, who took the horned god's fury into himself to save us all. He reached for blood and bone, and let me turn his body and soul into a vessel for the god's essence. I sealed it with wards, like a cage of thorns. But the god's wrath will tear through them, sooner or later. And when that happens, there'll be no saving us.
You bound a god inside a man. How?
If you want to bind a god, you don't choose the method. You use everything. Old songs stolen from the dead, runes slick with black blood, teeth and claws. The horned god in his hate-twisted form was a nightmare that came to devour us all. The finest warriors of the Spine, the pride of our tribe, gave their lives on the altar of battle to weaken him.
How did the Stagfather end up in your village then?
My disciples, my sons and daughters, they strayed. After the Gunvalda massacre, I and the others who served the horned god could not bear the shame. We heard our kin cry out and turned our heads. We betrayed our blood. The most devout called upon the old powers, out of grief, out of rage, but without reverence or care. They begged the horned god to come and punish us, and he did. Not as a guardian, not as a spirit of the woods. He came as fury, pain, and slaughter.
How did they have the knowledge and power to summon a god?
They opened a door, and I gave them the key, in the form of songs, rites, and signs.
You didn't try to stop them.
I didn't think they'd reach so deep into the dark. By the time I saw what they were doing, the earth was already soaked in blood.
Can the Stagfather be stopped?
He cannot be healed. He will not forgive us. But I can try to keep him bound by will, by bone, and by blood. To do that, I need a fragment of his original self. The first trophy. The skull of the first stag ever hunted and offered in sacrifice to the horned god. It will remind him of who he once was. Bind his essence to the first offering, one made out of reverence, not fear. It may hold him in the unrealm of the hunt, long enough for me to complete the rite that will seal him there.
Where could I find the skull?
It's hidden, tied to the places where we once worshipped the horned god. 3 shrines, as old as the forest itself. But now, they must be destroyed. Each one is guarded by a servant of ancient memory. Kill them. Cast down what still remains upon their altars. Once all 3 fall, the 4th shrine, hidden and forgotten, will reveal itself. The first trophy waits there.
Did you already send someone from the village?
No, I saw you in the fire and the bones. Your hand upon the skull. That's why I waited.
Fine, I'll bring the trophy.
Go, but be warned. The shrines are no longer sacred. They're fouled by hatred, and the guardians who watch over them do not rest. Follow the path.
Yeah, this is pretty, what an ominous place, huh? I guess we can leave out there, but I'm gonna look around a bit, because there does appear to be, things around. Oh, just another way. Okay. Alright, we got our job then. We've got to help end the hunt by dealing with certain stones around the world, I guess. Simple task in hindsight. Possibly difficult, but I'm not 100% certain. Supposedly there's somebody up there. Now, how do I get up there is the question. Ah, there appears to be a stairwell over here. Okay. So we can go up here, I guess. Oh.
You smell of change, outsider. Good. Change is what our tribe desperately needs. Some roots reach too deep, grow too vast, and end up ruining everything.
And you are...
Atli. I'm Glearna's apprentice. One day, I'm meant to take her place, if the need ever arises.
Are you alright?
No, I have a feeling I'm about to lose everything. My tribe, my past, myself. The Stagfather tainted everything. Even the one thing I hoped would always remind me of where I came from.
Where you came from? You're not Svein?
I am. My father was Svein, and I was given a Svein name. But my mother was Thewd. She brought me here when I was still an infant, told Glearna it was because I deserved to live my life wide awake, whatever that means, and then she left. Never came back.
I gather the Stagfather destroyed something important to you.
Yes. It was a tree. When I was 6, Glearna took me to a clearing and gave me a seed. She said my mother brought it from the Thewd lands, so I'd have something to remember where I came from. She helped me plant it, holding my tiny hands. Said it would grow with me.
And what happened to the tree?
It got twisted. It's all wrong now. I wanted to fix it, but I can't even get close. It keeps bearing monsters, and I'm no warrior, only Glearna's apprentice. I'm afraid those things will come here one day, and this village can't take any more losses.
I can help you heal the tree.
Really? You would? Here, I created a sigil, but it has to be written in blood on the bark. It should stop the corruption, and maybe I can still heal it. Thank you. This means the world to me.
How much do you know about the feud?
Only what everyone says, that they're good with magic, that they dream, and the dreams give them visions. I don't like dreaming. I don't know why. I have this feeling that one day I'll fall into a dream and never wake up. I prefer the bones. They don't lie, and they rarely demand more than I can give.
You were raised by Glirna.
In a way, she was never a mother to me, but she was there. She made me her apprentice. I could barely fit the pestle in my palm, and I was already crushing herbs, throwing them into potions. Glirna used to say my mother's blood was strong in me, that it made me the perfect successor, though I doubt that will ever happen. I think she'll outlive Avalon itself.
You share her faith in the Stagfather.
It's hard to truly believe in something once you know it exists, isn't it? Do I think he's worth worshipping? I'm a Svein, first and foremost. I understand better than most what the forest gives us, but I also know what it can take. It's hard to blame a god for following the call of his nature.
You know how Glirna knew your mother?
Not really. Glirna told me she saw her coming in the fire. She saw my name in the ashes that were scattered by the wind all over the village. That's how she knew she couldn't turn my mother away, and that my place was among the Svein.
Alright. Got a tree that we've got to deal with now, on top of everything else. Lovely jubbly. I guess I'll start entering houses to see if I can't find a shopkeeper. Goodness knows I need one. Yo.
A stranger in my shop, eh? It should be closed after everything that happened here. I just happen to feel safest in this place. So if you want to buy something, I suppose I can trade with you.
Don't you want to keep your wares for those who survived?
I've got more goods than there are people left in this village. And who knows what Barlam will decide after all this Stagfather mess we're in. Maybe a bit of coin will come in handy. And I must admit, I'm also somewhat curious about your presence, as it's been a long time since I last traded with someone from outside the Dalrita. Years have passed since one of your kind set foot in the village.
You make all your merchandise yourself?
That's right, all crafted by my own hands. Don't look so surprised. Back in my day, it was nothing out of the ordinary. Everyone in the tribe had to know how to stitch leather, forge knives, and identify herbs. Survival basics.
I heard you had a problem with the Stagfather.
Ah, so you've heard about that. Barlam must trust you. A lot of good warriors died fighting the monster the Stagfather became. Svaldir, Vraskin, Eardan. I was lucky to make it out alive. It's the kind of luck that would make you want to thank a god, if it weren't the same god you were fighting.
How was life in the tribe before old Stagfather mess? Something must have changed just before the massacre.
In the old days, everyone was mostly on their own. You could only rely on your own wits and the strength of your hands. I think what matters more now is the tribe as a whole. You can rely on others more, rather than having to depend entirely on yourself. That has its pros and cons. A community gives you strength and a sense of security. But when you're spending a cold, lonely night in the wilderness, It doesn't help much. And that's what changed. Some of the tribesfolk started to behave like a hive and decided to free the Stagfather. It made no sense, considering what the Sven tribe stood for.
The strength of the individual and the strength of the tribes both seem equally important.
That's true. A strong individual can survive in the wild, but without a tribe they won't build anything lasting. A tribe without strong people will fall apart quickly. It's good that you understand that. You have the wisdom of someone older.
It really just comes down to two choices, but I think the third is the most important. But if I had to value either or, a strong individual does matter most, I think.
I mostly agree. You need the skills and knowledge to survive on your own, no doubt about that. But people form communities for a reason. We gather in packs, like animals, because it makes life easier. And, honestly, it's nice to have someone to talk to now and then. The problem begins when a tribe splits in half and turns on itself. That's why we lost so many brothers and sisters.
And they developed...
A strong tribe, but when you've been hunting alone for... There's more than one...
Wait. What is an ice weaver?
Ice weavers are deadly. They appear as beautiful women, luring weary hunters and travelers, then freeze the blood in their veins. Literally.
I heard this Vane tribe is known for its fierce hunters. Are you one too?
Not anymore. It's been years since I last went hunting. Not that I don't want to. When you've spent as much time in the wilderness as I have, it becomes a part of you. But I just can't do it anymore.
Why not?
That I am. I could still outrun a deer if I had to, but it's not about my age. If I went hunting, I might end up falling prey to the hunger. Has anyone ever told you about the hunger?
Is it something specific to the Vane tribe?
That's right. It's not an empty stomach. It's more like a state of mind. It's what happens to Sven hunters who spend too much time in the local woods. During long hunts, they soak up a bit of the weirdness. Not much, just a little trace. Not even enough to make you dizzy. But over the years they start to change, becoming more and more like the wild beasts they hunt.
What happened to them then?
They turn violent, start attacking their own. In the end, they're a threat to the whole tribe. That's when they're cast out into the woods, and the rest of the hunters begin a ritual hunt to free them of the hunger and give them a good death.
Is that why you don't hunt anymore? Are you afraid of the hunger?
Aye, and it's not unfounded. The hunger awoke in my own brother.
I didn't know you had a brother.
I did. He was 2 years older than me. Svarrik was his name, and he was a damn good hunter. Better than me, better than anyone I've ever seen. He could pick up a trail even if it was buried under 3 feet of snow. I still don't know how he managed that.
Do you have to hunt him?
No, nobody knew what was happening except us. One day he came back from a hunt. I looked him in the eyes, and I just knew. He never came back from the next one. He didn't want to force the tribe to hunt him. Didn't want to force me to hunt him. I doubt you'd be able to find my brother after all this time. Besides, the ritual hunt needs the mask of the Huntmaster. It's kept in the barrow of the Horned Shadow. where we lay our fallen hunters to rest. By wearing it, the leader of the hunt is supposed to gain the strength, agility, and experience of the hunters who came before.
I'll go get the mask then.
You can try, but no one's been in there for years. It's probably crawling with all kinds of beasts. So stay vigilant and come back in one piece. And thank you for doing this for me. And for Svalric.
Alright, let's see. What gear have you got? Sneak damage, crouching movement, reduced visibility, weak spot damage, and bow draw speed. And then, of course, you got Totem, which increases stat amount damage. We don't really need to worry about that, though. Okay, let's sell these. We don't want to sell the 30 damage types. But we will sell Meteorite, because Titanium is now our go-to. Okay, we will start selling these. We've already got an Umbral Shroud, so we can sell that. We don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need that. Sell this, keep those two. And we go from there, I guess. Alright.
As you can see, I've got a wide selection.
Alright, we got a bundle of quests. Not bad. Not bad at all. There's probably more individuals around if we go into these certain areas, but we'll have to look around. Okay. Let's upgrade our gear. Here we go. This would only increase our critical chance. And this increases critical damage. Okay, so if I increase my amount of leather, I can actually upgrade this. I can also upgrade the cape, but that will only increase stamina regen. So if I go into handcrafting, let's craft many of those. There we go, that's a whole bunch of leather. Go into upgrades. I'm down on gold. So I will have to go back into handcrafting. We'll go by price. That is 2,500. So I guess we're going with a spell warding gear. Increase mana cost, spell power. Yeah, I guess we're making a whole bunch of spell warden gear. Make a whole bunch of Burrow's Hide. Stag's Woe. Hitting a target has a 50% chance to restore 5 health. Hitting a target has a 15% chance to restore stamina. And I guess I could make Stag's Woe, but there is no real reason to. I'll make it anyways. I've already got 2 Stag's Woe, so that's good. Alright, now I just need to sell, and then I'll go from there. I will explore this place a bit more thoroughly later on, but for now, I should be good.
Step lately.
Alright, we're going to quickly teleport over to the Forlorn main gates, because that's just got a merchant there conveniently posted up there. Hello, bear. Okay, I guess that merchant's broken, so there is another merchant I can rely on. Before that... Okay, let's quickly go back to what it is, and then we'll go from there. I've met Gerfnar already.
So, you're a real wanderer then. And here I thought this was your first time in the Forlorn Swords. You've seen a thing or two, and you've met Gerf. That means you've crossed paths with a piece of our history. That man and the capital, they're both relics, if you know what I mean. How's the old wolf doing? No, don't tell me. I'll find out for myself sooner or later. Let me rest a while.
Alright, let's warp over to Gundoravir village here. Hello. We go into sell. Armor here. Do we need toothache remedies? Not really. We're gonna sell the toothache remedies at this point. Hmm. And just sell these. Alright, there we go. We got a whole slew of quests here, but before we do, we are going to want to upgrade gear, so we obviously want to go right back up here. And we'll go into upgrades real quick. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so upgrades. Here we go. We are lacking titanium and leather, which is not too surprising, so we're going to need more hides. Okay. I suppose I could just upgrade the heavy gauntlets, because that would net us more, but we need to get some insane costs to net a higher heavy gauntlet damage. Ah. Yeah, so I'm gonna need more titanium ore. That's just the inevitable reality of it. So we'll have to go on a titanium ore hunt, if anything. It's all good, though. It's all good. We'll go here, because this is another stag altar. Hey. Quickly set a bonfire to level up here. We are at 82, so that's good. This brings us up to 83 with an increased critical damage. Skill tree. I believe it's perception that we want. This will increase our critical damage by an additional point here, or 10. Every time you land a critical hit, you gain 15% damage reduction to the next hit. So we could theoretically get an insane amount of damage reduction if we go the critical Aegis. Critical hits heal you for 2% of damage dealt as well. I think that's probably going to be what we grow with, or go with, as we go through here. In fact, you know what? Maybe we take it now, because that's actually going to be some serious, protection against, damage. Now I think about it. Nice try. Alright, we get a whole bunch of word bones, venison, etc. Nice little boost, to say the least. We'll start with God's Cure, I suppose. Okay, there we go. Stackfather's skull. Hey, the crits are coming in. Oh. Okay. That was pain. Okay, we dealt with the bear, we dealt with the deer. I do need the stag to increase our potential damage. There does appear to be somebody over here. Or something, I should say. A swarm has been dealt with. Nice. Okay, there we go. It's a bit hard to see in a shrubbery, but we managed all the same. That's good. Hey. Okay, we go to here next, I guess. That is a camp to the Stagfather Shrine. An unnamed creature. Okay. Good thing my crits are popping off like crazy, so that's good. We seriously do need a means to heal. Alright. But hey, we do need to grab as much leather as we can here, so... There we go. You know, now I think about it, we don't need to carry weight anymore, so we can actually swap that back, and we can either go with the Perilous Orb or the Ring of Despair. What is our current crit? Our current crit is 83. If I were to wear the Ring of Despair, it decreases incoming damage by 20%, so it is a good tank item. And we can either increase our physical damage by 5% or focus on the crit. I'm going to increase the crit for now. I do believe there is a better crit item in the... There should be a better crit item, but for now it'll have to do. Oh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. quickly grab some more herbs and spices, and we'll go from there. Alright. So yeah, we need to go deal with God's Cure, so we just go down this path. It is going to start getting a bit more dangerous, but that's not too surprising. And we should be good to go. Now we have everything. And we will go over to what grows from grief next, I guess. Hey. Gotta throw in those punches every now and again. Okay, so this must be the tree that he was talking about. Oh, hi. Here we go. I can get back to Oddly, I believe. But before that, we want to pray to the Father, I guess. Take the deer out with me as well while I'm at it. Because we're going to start getting a ethereal cobweb now that it's nighttime. Which is a welcome addition. We'll leave that deer. It's fine.
Keep your wits.
Kill the forest butcher. Let's go into inventory. Let's drop what's not expensive. Okay, 150, 200, 125. Drop the pants. Drop the boots. And we got a Sylvain Pathfinder totem. Okay. Increase attack speed by 100% with the hook. Let's go over to Kindred Curse. But we need to go down this way, somewhat south, in order to get to the totem. So I guess we'll just follow this path here, and we should be able to secure our way over to our teleportation site. Oh, here it is. Okay, from here, we can teleport over to this area, over to the main village, and this will make it a quick traversal over to the next area, which is just following down the road here. Okay, we're getting better at dealing with word spawn, but obviously we need to get way stronger. Okay, Bearer of the Horned Shadow. Let's go in. Clear this place out. There we go. Don't need the warrior axes, I do believe, so we should be fine there. Take the short bows and short swords. I'm not sure whether they'll be good for selling, but we can check. Short sword, nope. Short bows, no. Okay. So ignore the short bows and short swords. Cracked shield, I believe, is a enchanted item? No, it's not. So we drop that. I believe it was wooden shields, but either way, we don't really need it. I guess I can pick them up just to see, right? Yeah, wooden shields are worth it. We'll grab them. They're only 100 coins, so... Unlucky on some of the rolls there, but that's fine. Once we get 100 crit chance, oh boy, is it going to get ridiculous. Alright, visibility and weak stop damage. Hey. No idea what those are, but maybe some of them are good worth it. Nope. Keep the armor. Ditch the greaves. Ditch the gauntlets. So at most the breastplate is going to be worth it. Increases weak spot damage by 100%. Weak spots hits deplete 25% of the damage dealt from target stamina. Okay. Oh, right. I needed to replace my relics into the armor, didn't I? Might be. Okay, here we go. I did encounter a Hunger Frost. There we go. Seems I can get 3 good hits in before I need a block. Hey, a whole bunch of ore. Nice. Alright, well... either he sent me to my death, or this was just an accident on his part. I'm gonna take him for the benefit of doubt, and he didn't know it was there. I guess I can't crawl through the areas, can I? So, there is options available to us. So there is an enemy over here. Barely did any damage. Nice. Moldering Wrath. Critical hits light our weapon on fire. Critical hits light your weapon on fire for 5 seconds, increasing damage dealt by 15% and burning enemies. Kind of pointless for us, but yeah, it's alright. Find this. This breaks open a new area here. Or more accurately, a side passage that we can explore through. I guess that's that. I think the gains were obviously the meteorites, which I am welcome towards, so that's nice. Okay, or where we go next. We don't need to go to Descent, so we're just going to go over to God's Cure. Or rather, pray to the Wild Father. Let's just teleport. Well, I guess I could try and parkour up. Here we go. Come on. There we go, back up. There we go. There you go, bear. Use this as a means to teleport back. And now we should be able to return each and everybody's quests without too much hassle. I could also warp over to complete the Jaws of Justice, but we'll worry about that once we've completed all this. Okay, we're going to want to rest. We'll wait until 8, because that's when everybody's awake, I believe. Start with you here.
I don't mind silent.
I caught your poacher.
So, it was one of the Stagfather's chosen ones. Slaughtering most of our village wasn't enough. He had to butcher the animals too. Scum. I'll toss his head out to rot. Let the worms feed on it. At least he'll be useful to the land. Here, you've done a good thing. It shouldn't go unrewarded.
Okay, we get the Rhyme Bro, which chills targets. A welcome addition, that's going to get us more experience. We'll go to Kindred Curse next. Probably talk with, what's his face here? Oh, right, this guy was trying to avenge his brother, but
Welcome to what's left of it.
about the Bear of the Horned Shadow.
Yes? Did you find the mask of the Huntmaster?
Not quite, but I did kill a beast. I found something that might interest you. It had this ring.
Impossible. That's Falric's ring. He made it from a bone of the first bear he ever killed. I remember it well. I used to tease him about wasting half the bear's skeleton before he finally managed to make something that looked like a ring. How did you do it? How did you track my brother without the mask?
No idea. We fought, he died. We fought, he died. Back then, I didn't know it was him.
Are you sure it was Falric? You're either very lucky, or the Stagfather himself guided you to me. Either way, thank you. You've proven yourself to be an excellent hunter. You've given Svarric a death worthy of a Dalrita. I owe you for this. If you ever need anything, light armor, a weapon, tools, I'll sell to you at a special price. You've made this old hunter very happy, despite the circumstances.
Alright, we get Ashwalker boots. Your footsteps do not produce any sound. That is going to be an amazing thing, and we also get a decent discount for whatever we buy off this guy. Not sure why these Blood Tracker trousers are so expensive, but we got one anyway, so we don't really need it, so no big deal. Besides that, there doesn't really appear to be any good reason to buy anything from this guy. There's nothing really up our alley, if you will. Sell these shields, sell the Remor bow, keep the Rhyme bow. Okay, we can sell the Beast-Hide Helm, Rusty Knights, Swain Armors.
As you can see...
There we go, that's another level. Which we will use almost immediately to increase our power. Okay. I guess we just bolster up Perception here. That brings us to 87 crits. There we go. Skill tree. Keep to Perception, I guess. Critical hits heal you for 2% of the damage dealt. This is probably going to help us immensely. So we do want to grab this when we get a chance. But first, let's increase our crit damage. After all, the more damage we deal, the better. But we've transitioned from our normal damage build to a crit build, I think. So that's going to be fun.
Goes.
We'll just leave you alone, because you don't need to be worried about. We'll go from what grows from grief. Which needs to go around here. This place is confusing. Oh well. Yep.
You're here to speak with Grail.
About your tree.
Yes?
I've stopped the corruption. You can take care of your tree.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't know if our tribe will stay here, but even if we don't, there will still be my mark on this place. Proof that I existed, that I wasn't just a dream. This is for you. I know it's not enough. Not for what you've done for me. I can only promise I will not forget your kindness.
Increases sneak attack damage by 23%. Anything else you need?
You're willing to help us even further. That is unexpected.
Why is it unexpected?
Well, you're an outsider. But even if you weren't, the Dalrita are taught to rely on themselves. On one hand, the tribe is bound to help its own. On the other, asking for help is rarely seen as honourable. We live with many contradictions, and we die with them.
I wouldn't have asked if I weren't. What needs doing?
All right. The corruption that struck my tree, it spread further, carried by the Stagfather's worshippers. The forest weeps blood. It bears the same monsters. But it turns out that even monsters have their use.
What kind of use?
Plenty, it turns out. I found a recipe for a poultice in one of Glierna's books. It would help the wounded greatly. but it needs resin produced by the flesh trees. If you bring some to me, I'll give you another recipe I found. You'll find more use for it than I ever could.
I have the resin you requested.
To think the Stagfather worshippers brought ruin to us, and yet, unwittingly, they also helped create our salvation. Leona taught me that there is balance in all things. I suppose she wasn't wrong. Thank you, outsider. You've helped save my kin. Here, the promised recipe. May it serve you well.
And we get the sketches of the winged cadaver. Now, it may seem like a useless book at first, but I do believe when you have more health than stamina, your critical damage is increased by 50%. When you have more stamina than health, your physical damage is increased by 25%. So this is just a net positive. Increases physical damage by 100% when your health is below a certain threshold. And Winged Cavalier Boots. Increases movement speed multiplied by 50% when your stamina is below 25%. And increases physical damage. And the Helm. Each missing point of health increases attack speed by 0.1%. And each missing point of health increases max stamina by 0.5. It also increases physical damage by 0.5. And it also increases physical damage by 10%. That's a very weird set. It's not to my liking, though. I'd prefer permanent static bonuses if I could have the choice. Shifting between the two is not really my go-to. But I digress. Is there anything up here worth noting? I don't think there is. Alright, let's go. We just shoot up here into the sanctuary. And then we go talk with, what's-her-face? Glirna. Hello, Glirna.
You're here.
I have the first trophy.
I knew you'd succeed. Fire and bone do not lie. There's no time left, child. The horned god is tearing Gudri's body apart, and his fury fills the air. Soon, his essence will break loose and devour everything in its path. I must begin the ritual. But I fear he may be too blinded by rage and pain to see the first trophy as anything more than bone and memory.
Can I help somehow?
Your path leads to the unrealm of the hunt. There, you'll face the horned god. If you can weaken him, if you can break through the frenzy even for a moment, then the first trophy might reach what's left of his old self.
Didn't you say the unrealm of the hunt was beyond human reach?
Oh, child, we both know you're not entirely human. Your second soul will guide you where others lose their way and perish.
I should probably speak with Barlam first.
I understand. He's the chieftain after all. But be wary of his words. Whatever is going through your mind right now, there is no other option. We need you and your help. If you need to prepare, go. I'll open the passage for you anyway. But remember, you're not going there to bring death to the Horned God. Wound him, weaken him, then return. That's when the trophy will speak, and I will close the gate behind you. Hopefully, for good. Take care.
Okay, so that's the gate, but we're gonna hold off until we ask Barlam about this situation. Is it wise to hold back the stag of the hunt? I think it is the wise choice, like realistically. It's the wisest choice, but we should probably talk with Barlam first. He is the chieftain at the end of the day, and anything drastic would make sense. Makes sense to hold down the fort on. Hey, Barlam. Lurna says the Stagfather can be freed from the weirdness.
Maybe he can, but so what? Gudry won't survive the process either way. Besides, if you ask me, it was foolish of my ancestors to bring that god here. They didn't know what they were doing or what the consequences would be. And now we, their descendants, are the ones left to deal with it. If they'd known what would happen, I'm sure they'd have left him back in the homelands. We need to get rid of that damn thing once and for all. Even if it means the woods stay empty and the hunt runs dry. I won't let my people live in fear anymore. For too long, my predecessors let that old witch manipulate them.
Why do you want to get rid of the Stagfather? You don't believe in him anymore?
Hard not to believe in something you saw with your own eyes. And now that I've seen what he's capable of, I know there's no place for him in Avalon. We made a mistake keeping him alive with our faith. If we manage to rebuild the tribe, we'll do things differently. We might not be the greatest hunters anymore, but at least we'd be alive. Besides, no one can take our skills away from us.
Linra claims that without the Stagfather, the Svein tribe will lose its identity.
It's true. We pride ourselves on being the best hunters in the land. And at the root of that pride lies the Horned God, and the supposed grace he once gave us. But if the old god failed us, we'll find ourselves a new one. At least those who feel the need to can. I'm not worried about the Svein identity. There are so few of us left.
You really want to test your strength against a god?
Not on my own, of course. I need your help. We need to break free from this curse once and for all. Do this for me, and the full strength of the Svein will stand with the voice of the tribes.
And what if your plan fails?
It won't. We know too much already, and that's thanks to you. I won't lie. Your fight will be the toughest. But you've faced worse before, haven't you? Let me know when you're ready. It's time to end this madness once and for all.
Alright, we're going to... We can either purify the Stag God or kill the Stag God. Between the two options, I'm more in line for killing the Stag God in this run. So we're gonna go with the purification route. It's already been destroyed to a sense, but how severe it's gonna be, I have no idea. But we're gonna kill the Stagfather. That's my plan, anyways. Alright, let's save. Let's do this. Time to kill a god. Besides, King Arthur specified that the stag god was actually a bad influence. So, killing him is probably going to be the best thing for us.
By what right do you tread in my realm, blasphemer?
Okay.
Who dare stand before me unbidden?
I want to know why you attacked your own followers.
I heard the call. I answered it, as I have done for centuries. And the moment I stepped beyond my realm, the weirdness consumed me. The hunt that began then was unlike the hunts I behold through the eyes of my followers. I was the hunter, they the prey, and I felt in that moment as if it had always been so. Only those who summoned me were hidden from my sight.
There's two choices here, but I've come to end your bloody reign. The Svein tribe will be free of you.
The Svein owe me obedience. Such is the law of nature, eternal and binding. It is they who gave me form through their faith. Without me, the Svein are no more. So tell me, will you strike down the strength of a tribe with your own hands? Or will you spare them what they are?
They'll survive without you. Face me.
I cannot refuse the challenge. But know this. No god is fated to fall by a mortal's hand. Die with honor, my prey.
There we go.
Forgive me. I strayed too far. They will forget me. And that is the true death.
Now, I can either stick with this, or I can save the Stagfather. I'm gonna be real, I don't really like that. I'm gonna save the Stagfather. It was nice to see, but at the same time, I don't think destroying the tribe is equally as good. Yeah, no, let's save the Stagfather this time. But yeah, that's the option that you can go with if you want to kill the tribe, I guess. It feels bad, though. Really do.
By what right do you tread in my realm, blasphemer?
Or do I stick with the option? I don't know. No,
I heard, and the hunt I was the, and I only though.
Let me do a quick Google search. Hmm. I see. Okay. In this case, I don't want to let the meeting come to pass. That is the end goal, what I'm going for, really. So, saving the Stackfather is actually the right choice. Because we want to spare Avalon from destruction. So, dissolving the chances of a moot coming to pass is probably the best way. So we do have to save the Stackfather in this instance. Priestess Glindra sent me. She says I must heal you, restore what you once were.
Glirna. She has long been attuned to my call. I watched the world through her eyes. When I answered the summons and the weirdness took hold, our bond was severed. Glirna must have sensed it. That rage I felt, it was not my own. The moment the sacrifice was taken, I knew it had not been done by my will. If Glirna knows how to restore our connection, I accept this path. Then do what must be done, mortal.
I see.
It shall be sacred law to summon me only in the light of day. If any follower dares to call upon me by night, my wrath shall fall upon them. To you, mortal, I grant mercy. Go now and carry my decree.
Okay. But yeah, no, the hunt has been reestablished, and the decree has been made. Okay, so he didn't do it intentionally. It was just brought upon by the wrath of the chaos that was the followers he had.
The Stagfather has returned to his true form. I felt our bond rekindle. His power restored to its original untainted essence. Thank you for understanding. You've restored our identity.
The Stagfather forbids you from summoning him during a word night.
Yes, I hear his call within my soul. His will is our law. His wrath will fall upon those who dare summon him by night. And he will hunt them by day. For by night he shall not answer.
What will become of the Swain tribe now?
We will return to our roots. Once more we shall be masters of the hunt by the Stagfather's grace. We will endure. For such is our fate. No weirdness, no worldly matter shall lead us from the sacred path we walk. The world may fall, the weirdness may consume all, and yet the swine shall remain wrapped in the Stagfather's favor.
Will the Sabine attend a moot?
That is Barlam's will and decision. He tends to mortal affairs, and that order will stand. My calling is to restore faith and trust in the Stagfather. That is the greater mission, to remind us all who we truly are. Walk the path of light, mortal.
You mentioned the unrealm of the hunt.
It's the Horned God's domain, a place where time does not flow, beyond the reach of humankind. Once, it was lush and alive, where the hunt was sacred, wild, pulsing with green and the crimson of blood, teeming with beasts and birds in the boughs. I doubt it still is. Until...
Alright. But we have resolved ourselves to this path. I think this is the better option between the two. This does result in a, us not getting what we came here to do, but, we're not trying to get the moot, established to begin with. We're just trying to help people and reestablish sense of control within these area, if you will. Ideally, we want Avalon to remain unattacked in this instance. What we don't want is another war. Or what we don't want is a war between the tribes and Avalon to begin with. So I've bound the Stagfather for good. He won't be a threat to you anymore.
You didn't kill him? Then how do you know he won't still be a threat? Bloody Glerners filled your head with all that talk. No swine without the Stagfather. Truth is, the tribe still stands in spite of him. No one knows if he won't break free one day and finish what he started. And thanks to you, that axe is still hanging over our heads.
What will happen to the Divine now?
We'll rebuild the village, lick our wounds, bury our dead. Learn to live in the Stagfather's shadow. We'll survive, at least until he breaks free. We won't survive another attack like that. I'll be chief as long as that's what the tribe wants. But if they'd rather have one of Glirna's followers take my place, so be it.
Will you attend the moot?
And risk the Stagfather breaking free while I'm gone? No chance. If that's going to happen, I want to be here. To fall in battle, defending my village and my people. Tell Gerfan I've got more pressing matters than his war councils. We had our own war here, and we're the ones left to clean it up. Farewell. Thanks for trying to help. Shame you stopped halfway.
Yeah, well, that's fine. King Arthur's Gauntlets, though. Critical hits restore 10 health and mana. Increases critical chance by 25% when your health is below 25%. And you deal increased damage to Four Dweller enemies. Interesting. If it were better, I'd definitely consider it, but nah, it's fine. Yes, this does mean that we've basically kept the Stagfather alive in this instance, which does leave a foreboding sense, but I do want to put faith in the Stagfather and the Four Dwellers. Ideally. I do believe this is an instance of, well, the whole situation just being done in by everybody else and causing a ruckus. Okay. Alright. Increase our max health by 10. Gauntlets are done. Now the breaches. Increase max health. Then we got feet. Ideally, we want to increase our carry weight here, and then we'll reduce the costs. Or reduces stamina costs by 4%. That's a good one for us. So that'll increase our carry weight up to 300, which is good enough. Alright, we've got a physical damage increase with the Feral Charms. But is there anything else we can do instead? Yeah, let's just stick with the Feral Charms. The extra damage is just too good to pass up. Upgrades, let's see. We've got 7 more points, so we can invest into increasing our HP here. But before we do that, we want to go into handcrafting. Here we go, just make a whole bunch of leather. Actually, I can go into handcrafting and make a bit more things here. We need wood before we can upgrade something else. Worry about that in a bit. We need more gold if we hope to get the heavy gauntlets sorted. Bit of a bummer there, but whatever. Okay, this will increase critical damage if we upgrade this. Okay. And then physical damage increases by upgrading this. Okay, we can't upgrade that further, but we can upgrade this. We can Can also upgrade the ants, or we could upgrade the cape. I am gonna upgrade the pants at this point because we need more armor. Here we go. Armor weight reduction. And transmogrification. And we'll pick the appearance of... I guess we could do King Arthur's gloves. Why not? Yeah. We'll go with King Arthur's gloves with the heavy gauntlets for the transmog. We'll have to change up the armor to make it look good, but if we go with a full set of King Arthur's gear, that could look nice. But that's just a nice little addition that you can use if you want. But yeah, now our gauntlets look a little bit more unique, if you will. Put this away, put the rhyme bow away. There we go. I never did test the damage of the champion armor, did I? We'll worry about that later, though. Keep those rings on. We'll put these away. I guess we'll put ingredients away. Be quick about it. Apologies for the brief splashing, but we do need to do this just to decrease our weight. There we go. Put this away. There we go. But yeah. That's nice. Now we got some more quests. I can deliver Savine's tribe decision, though. We're clearly, quote-unquote, divided we fall, though. We're hoping to, not convince anybody to join the moot, really. Or at least that's the intended plan. I think that's just in general better for the tribes. Like, overall, it's a stupid idea to challenge Avalon, I feel. That's my opinion, anyways. Okay, from here, though, we can go over to the Jaws of Justice, complete that. We'll go over to Divided We Fall after that. Or the one on the right side of the map, I suppose. See what's going on there. Oh, hello.
You again? I see you've decided to head into the Forlorn Swords yourself.
Charming place, isn't it? Just look at that! I am so close!
You said you're close. Well, look at what? Well, you said you're close. Close to what?
The Frostgrot shells! They're near! I've heard that some snails leave their nests just to shed their old shells out in the open. So they don't have to leave the past where they live. Very wise, don't you think?
How do you even know about their existence?
The first Frostgrot I ever saw was in Camelot. It had been brought there by soldiers from the Forlorn Swords, on orders from the magicians and alchemists of the capital. The whole meaning of its life was reduced to being a specimen. They laughed at it. So slow, so useless, they said. They said the same things my father said about me many times. You're too slow, you're too weak, in his eyes. I heard that the path I chose marked me as useless. In the life they imagined for me, the only role I was ever meant to fulfill was that of a courtly woman.
It's good that you found something you can identify with.
As strange as it may sound, yes. Every knight in the end must choose their heraldry. I wanted mine to be the Frostgrots, but first I had to get to know them, see them in their natural home, free and beautiful. And now, I'm so close.
You need any help?
Oh no, I think I'll manage. Besides, if you don't mind, I'll be setting off again soon. The Frostgrots won't find themselves after all.
Sure. Won't stop you any longer.
Thank you once again, kind wanderer. Maybe we'll meet again, and I'll be able to tell you more about the Frostgrots.
Okay, cool. What's over here? Oh, hello.
I thought I heard it here once. Soft, like a crack in the air before storm. But it slipped away. Again. Did you hear it?
What did you hear?
Something we lost before we knew how to miss it. It shaped the way the rivers bend, the way trees lean into the wind. It's still out there, just harder to hear. I'm trying to hear the perfect thought. What remains of it, at least. It was the first true thing. We were made from it. We remember only the weight of its absence.
What's the perfect thought?
It wasn't a word, and it wasn't a sound. It was what came before all. Before we knew how to shape clay and burn fields, before we named anything at all. Before all that, there was a thought. Not a rule, not a command. Just the rightness of a thing standing where it should stand. Growing where it should grow.
And why is this thought lost?
I don't think it meant to leave us behind. I think we forgot how to hold it.
How do you know it's real?
Because it's the only thing that ever made sense. Everything else is broken. It's real because nothing else ever fit right after it was gone.
What happens if you find it?
Maybe nothing. Maybe the stones would sit straighter in the ground.
I see.
Thank you for listening. My clansmen lost patience for me. A while ago. Here, take this. It might prove useful during your travels. Farewell.
+1 attribute points permanently. Small little addition, to say the least. I do need to check real quick. on something that I have. Let's see. Get back to runner. Yep. I should look for Gerfanner at the capital. All the tags of fallen keepers. Yep. Okay, it does appear that there is nothing stopping me from using those logs that I got. I'm gonna save here. And you know what? It's time we start using the things that we've been given. First, we use this. This is gonna give us a permanent attribute point. And we will then use these 2 logs to permanently increase our spirituality by 2 points. That's nice. But yeah, if you want another attribute point, this is the place to be. We're going to increase perception by another point. Wait, what happened to my crit chance? There we go. Okay, so it's brought up to 88 now. With a perception of 20, I'll bring it up to 89, it seems. So that's good. But let's go turn in this quest here. Hey, how you doing, runner?
You can take him. Scarron talks big, but can't fight for shit.
Took a while, but here's the head of Scar and the Skin Taker.
Excellent. I knew you could do it. Now, all I need to do is defeat you and bring your head to the camp. Whoever avenges Scarron takes his place. That's the way of the nameless Darita.
You really want to risk his death just to go back to your people?
Risk? Ha! I'm not risking anything. I bet the fight with Scarron weakened you, and I'll finish you off with pleasure.
Let's just do this. There we go. Well... something, I guess. Yeah, no, he was nothing. That was actually quite entertaining. In a pitiful sort of way, I should say. Oh, hello. The Damp Cavern. I believe this is closed off last I checked, wasn't it? Okay, so, yeah, that guy wanted me to, take out somebody, but, well, there you go, I guess. There we go. We do need Frost Rot, so this is probably the best spot for it. Wait. Okay, hello. I wasn't expecting, you to be here, but okay. Well, we got the, Frost Grot Mucus, at least. We'll talk with them, after we've, secured everything. Pop that open. Yeah, besides that, it's just her.
It's all lost. It's all lost. I am so sorry.
What happened to you?
I thought... I don't know what I thought. At first, the Frostgrots were curious. They started crawling toward me. And then... there were flashes. Sparks. They wanted to kill me.
I didn't want to. I had to defend myself. It's all gone. Everything is gone. If there is no world where beautiful things don't end in violence, then what's the point? But so be it. If this is what everything comes down to, then I'll die fighting. Draw your blade!
Well... You're not gonna take me out like that. Come on. Well, I guess this is a way to get more block out, so I guess this works out in our favor. What are you gonna do? Huh? Well, I guess that's just inevitable. That's sad. But that's just the woe of it all. There isn't really much that can be done here. We'll drop those. Let's see. Keep that. Successful parries increase block to 100% for 6 seconds. Not bad. Attacks regenerate 10% of the damage dealt to stamina. Healing an enemy increases max stamina by 100 for 5 seconds. Yeah. Well, that's sad, but whatever. I mean, she tried to draw inspiration from Frostgrots, but it is the weirdness, to be fair, so... Yeah. Honestly, they aren't that dangerous. They're just... I feel like the Frostgrots are a little bit misunderstood. Yes, they do like violence, but they don't really come at you. They're more like, they attack if attacks, sort of situation. It's sad that it resulted in violence regardless, but I mean, what can you do, huh? Okay, from here, we want to go over to this way. So we'd be going over to the gate over there, I suppose. We've got a warper here. We'll snag that while we're here. Okay, we can go up. We can go down. I'm gonna go up, if that looks interesting.
you hear something? This is my lucky day.
Leave the leather gauntlets, pants, and boots. Okay, we keep the Forlorn Axe. Keep the War Club. Keep the Great Axe. And the Reflex Bow is probably the most expensive of the lot. Armor-wise, we drop the Leather Hood. Dalriata armor is just the staple for us, so there you go. Got a few choices. We can go this way instead if we so desire.
We're not alone.
Yeah, as long as we take the Dalriata armor, we don't really care about anything else. That is like 250 coins per, which is always a welcome addition.
We're not alone. We're not alone.
No kidding. Okay, a stronghold.
Stay focused. Who goes there?
Violence incarnate.
This is gonna hurt. Did you hear something? Your money or your life?
Come at me then. Okay, I guess not. Take a whip, or we don't want a mug, so we'll go in here, drop that, there we go. We don't need the fishing rod, because we got a better one. Okay, 1 second. Alright, that was just a spam call on my end. Lovely. Gotta love the spam calls nowadays. Okay, things are about to get hectic because it's reaching nighttime. Shouldn't affect us too heavily, though.
Who goes there?
Here we go. And level up here. Let's boost up our perception up to 20. That's going to get our melee critical chance up to 89. That's going to increase our critical damage as well, so that's nice. Alright. How's Red Death doing? We can start with more stacks of Laments. Lament increases damage dealt by 1% per stack. So we could start off with 35% damage when we begin fight. And we could kill enemies for 20 stacks, which would increase our damage by 20% each kill. We could also deal damage and get 75% chance to increase it. increasing the armor value of equipment is probably a good one. I don't know. I guess I could increase my HP if I so desire. We're at basically 500, so 90% of 500 is what? 450. So as long as I don't lose 50 health or so, then we're basically going to be fine, HP-wise. Is unarmed attacks considered a one-handed weapon? 1 second, let me check that. Let's see. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Does not work, supposedly. I guess it doesn't work, which is perfectly fine. I just had to double check to be sure. So yeah, no, the one-handed tree does not work with unarmed attacks. Which is unfortunate considering the one-handed tree has so much more going for it compared to unarmed. Which kind of feels a little bad, but I mean, what can you do, right? There's other ways to get way better, so... when below 30%, 30 health, yeah, no, these are pretty useless now. Now I look at it. Staggered enemies take 30% increase, 30% extra damage. Shields. I guess we could try to reduce the amount of damage we take by going with confidence. There's also health here. What does parry do anyways? Let's see. Parry window, parrying increases lifesteal. Parrying drains 20% more stamina. Parrying increases critical chance by 20% for the next attack. It's alright. Attacks against blind enemies are always a critical. Nah. Survival, let's see. Cannot lose more than 50% of your max health from a single hit. This will reduce it to 33. Prevents death once. Renews after resting by a fuel bonfire. Healing, let's see. Unnatural Resilient. Increase max health by 5%. That's not bad, I suppose. But no, I guess Perception is probably going to be our best friend here. We don't need the movement speed buff, but we can most certainly benefit from getting extra damage reduction against our next hit we suffer. Because that's a damage reduction of 50%. So if we take this, this will basically be a 50% damage reduction every time we crit because of the ring that we have. So we become way stronger. Okay. At the very least, I welcome the upgrade. That will make us much more durable, at least. And because of the status effect of Bleed, we're actually getting way more damage out, I believe. Here we go. Okay, so far so good. Checking to see if there's anything of import. Aside from just consumables, that is. Hello, there's a grindstone. A welcome addition. There is a cooking pot, so we can get to cooking if we so desire. Don't need the fishing rod. I guess we'll cook something up real quick. Let's see, what can we make? We'll go by price. Deer stew is just a good staple, so we'll just make a bunch of that. Ah, the fanciful cheese balls of doom. That's not gonna cut it, though. Sea soup is tempting. But I'm better off just making a whole bunch of cabbage rolls. Fish soup has a bunch of, HP gain. Hearty omelets are all equally good, but they weigh bits. We'll go with the venison stew, though. Yeah, a whole bunch of venison stew is just good. Dang good fish. And then we'll just go experimental for the rest. And just max out our cooking. Yeah, this is gonna get our cooking up like immensely. Scrambled eggs with meat. Nice. Swift steps are nice. Here we go, we'll take you out. Don't need to go... Well, I guess we can go over here. No harm in it. Although, maybe we should hold off a little bit. It's a lot of enemies, to say the least. Let's see. I guess we can go up the mountain, see what's going on up here, because I do believe that it went up higher.
Someone's out there.
Comrade. Absolutely demolished. Hoorah. How's our carry weight? 218? That's actually quite good for what it's worth. Oh, under, or above me. Here we go. Now we're at the peak of this area. Okay, which doesn't really yield much. Let's see. Cooling Axe. Increases damage by 15% if enemy is burning. Attacks heavily burn enemies. Not really useful to... Oh, dear. This is not good. Thankfully, I managed to squeeze my way out of that issue before I fell. Okay. Yeah, so, this is as much as we're gonna get. Yeah, so if we go that way, that's gonna lead us back. Which is not what we want. We want to keep going. How is our incumbent's not doing well, but that's fine. We'll make do. Alright, let's go cross the bridge and purge some more enemies. Bandits, okay. What the heck are you? Oh, a summon. Yelvin the Awakened. Well, I mean, it looked to be an enemy in my eyes, so there you go. Let's see, the Thewed Mystic Gauntlets. We got the Twin Cast Twig, which has a 50% chance to duplicate all magic projectiles. Let's see. Thewed Mystic Armor is that. The gauntlets are worth it. The rest we keep as is. Leave the chest armor. Okay, that makes it the third Dalrita shrine that we've prayed to. Okay, so far so good. Seat of the Elders. The hell happened here? Then, yeah, another seat to the Elders. And then, of course, we got this one, which is Elevator Pass. Guess we'll start by going into this room here. Save just to be certain. And off we go. Okay, bread, cheese, don't need the knife. Take the cider. Okay, grab the wine, cider, take the mead, mana potion. Okay, nothing up here. Anything down here? Don't really need the wooden shields. Don't look like anybody's here, so I guess we just leave it at that. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything. Okay, then. Take the wooden shields. I do believe the wooden shields are worth it. They're like 100, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're worth 100. They'll be worth selling. Not for their weight, but because they go for 100 coin, which is good enough for me. Okay, well, with this, we can go into the other house, see if there's anything in here. I don't think there would be, but it never hurts to check. Okay. Would have taken those golden cups if I could. But yeah, it just looks like pretty useless stuff. I don't blame them for wanting to cut corners in certain areas, though. It must have taken a lot of effort to put everything together and align everything as a container of all things. Okay, so there's the elevator down. There's that building, and then there is, of course, this path, which has been cut down, probably to prevent us from going there, which is a fair assessment. We will now go down the elevator pass, and we'll go from there. Okay, we got a dig site here. Nice. I don't think there's anything else here, so we just keep going. We go back near. Go down. And this probably was like a blocked off area, so you can't actually go down here anyways. You normally wouldn't be able to lift this, is basically what I'm trying to say. Well, I don't need to go back down there, so... Yeah, we'll just bring it down just in case. You never know. Okay, we'll go down here, because... Might as well get the chest. The Unstoppable. Restores 50 stamina after killing an enemy. Well... We don't really need to use a two-handed sword, considering we're unarmed, but yeah, that's a nice little addition there, if you want to do even more damage. Good for a two-handed build, I'm sure. Not that we use two-handed, of course. We are a pugilist at heart, so... Yeah. Hello. Been a while since I've seen a red cap. Let's see to getting over up here, over to Divided We Fall. I think that should be our main priority here. Oh, hello. Copper. Yeah, we don't need it. Copper ain't that useful to us anymore. Not now, anyways. Alright, here we are. But, yeah, this bridge was cut off. Makes sense, though. We get to Volker Village. Okma the Poet gets us the two-handed that we need, or want. We can get some copper ore while we're at it. Guess we'll go up here. Talk with what's-his-face.
Halt! No entry, outsider.
I'm here on behalf of the Voice of the Tribes.
And you've got the seal. Funny how he only remembers us when he needs something. Fine. Go on then, and speak with our chieftain, Angsver. Just try not to piss him or anyone off. The only other way out of this village is a long drop straight down.
Fair.
Don't get
too curious, alright. Alright, time to see what the Volker tribe is all about. I recall they are a very strength-oriented tribe.
You don't belong here. Mother speaks and I listen. She says you must be tested.
Mathir, why does she want us to fight?
Mother is everything. Strength, purpose, the voice that guides us. And you're the trial she set before me. I won't fail her.
Too bad. That was easy. Well, I mean, this is the way we needed to go for it, so there you go.
Ah, so you're the one who lit up the sad old pillar. You almost caused a stir among those sad lumps. Almost. So, I guess you're not exactly what they've been waiting for. But you've certainly piqued my curiosity.
What are you talking about?
This tribe. Once hailed as mighty warriors. Now they're just sitting around, waiting for someone to save them. If it's not their matron they're hoping for, then it's for the pillar to flood the village in scarlet light. They've lost their purpose and are desperate for someone to give it back to them.
What's a matron?
That's what they call their priestess. She disappeared long ago and never returned. The Volker claim she took Mater's favor with her, leaving them cursed. They act like a spoiled child whose mother suddenly got cross with them, and they can't understand what is happening. It should be amusing, but somehow it's not.
What does the pillar glowing even mean?
That's a good question. The pillar reacted to me when I first arrived, although very faintly. And now it's reacting to you for some undeniably fascinating reasons I'd love to hear about. But here's the real puzzle. Why does the pillar respond to creatures touched by the weirdness? And what exactly are they waiting for if nothing is ever enough? I doubt even Angsvar could answer that, but you should ask him anyway. I'm quite curious to hear what he'll tell you. Meet me later at the temple, fellow brother in the weirdness. I have a feeling we'll have plenty to talk about.
So we will. Okay. I guess we go higher up here and talk with, well, we need to talk with the chieftain, obviously. Man, it's a mess here. Reduce stamina cost by 20% is a welcome addition. If you're looking to reduce stamina costs, that is. We don't need to worry about that because punching doesn't really cost much for us. So we really only need to speed up the attacks that we do, more than anything. I guess we go up and up and up and up to here. Is what I would say if that was correct. Oh, I guess I need to go around here. I guess we go to Mathier's temple. I think? I don't know. I guess I go into the temple here.
Hello again, fellow outsider. Welcome to the heart of the Volker's desolation.
What's a pick doing among the Dalriada?
Why, chasing mysteries, of course. You know what I find most fascinating about the Volker? Almost all of them carry the faint scent of the weirdness. The traces of it run through their veins, like tiny sparks lighting them from within. That caught my curiosity, so here I am, trying to satisfy it.
And Angsvar let you stay just with that?
Angsvar let me stay because the pillar glowed when I arrived, and everyone decided it meant something. Salvation, a new beginning, anything to pull them out of this mire. I turned out to be none of those things. So I promised him I'd at least try to figure out how to open these damn doors without the matron's totem. So far, I've failed spectacularly at that too.
They let you live in their temple.
There's no priestess, no goddess, and barely any believers. Hardly enough to call it a temple, is it? Faith breaks so easily. That's why we don't believe in locking it away in buildings. Or people, for that matter.
What mysteries have you uncovered thus far?
Other than their famous battle rage being less about their goddess's wrath and more about the weirdness churning behind these doors? Not much, sadly. The mysteries just keep piling up, as they always do. Speaking of which, there's something I want to ask you. You're not one of my kin, yet you almost feel like one. It's a bit distracting. Tell me, what's your secret?
Well, there's a bit of Foredweller inside me.
Huh. That is certainly interesting. And it might have answered more questions than just this one. Might have sparked a few more too. We'll see. Hopefully.
Alright, let's see the shop. What have you got? You got a bunch of spells, it seems. Slowly heals over time, shoots a massive burning ball of fire, which is kind of fun. You've got Mystic Ward, which negates next damage received. You can summon Rimmer Warriors. You can shoot a large chilling projectile. A massive poison glob. A small rune, which inflicts burning. And then, of course, a large lightning shock. None of which really help, in hindsight. But hey, they're there. Weird fungus. Let's sell some stuff here. Might as well, right? Okay. This is gonna get us a surplus of cash, which is welcome. Yeah, that'll have to do. Sell the Kraken, sell that. That'll have to do. Sell these. And I guess we sell all these. Because we got way better food. And the Volker Warborn Gloves gives us an increase in physical damage, just straight up. Okay. Let's see, what can we do with alchemy here? Strong. I guess we want the great health potions. Might as well make a few while we're here. Rejuvenation potions are always welcome, so I'll make one of those. There we go. Increases lifesteal. Make a few of those. Make a few of those. Alright, I guess we're making a whole bunch of, those potions, I guess. We can make some Tenacious Archer potions, I suppose. There we go. Okay, Plentiful Resource Potion locks stamina up to 100% for 10 seconds. This is probably better than just restoring mana. Yeah, that's going to make it way better. But we will still make some great mana potions if we can. There we go. And of course we can make some aromatic remedies, so we might as well. There we go. Crafting went well. That's a whole bunch of experience for us. I'm not going to say no to that. Okay. Let's actually go see if we can't find what's-his-face now. I guess this would be the place, Aki's house. Yeah, he'd probably be in this house, I would assume. Hello.
If it stinks, cut off your nose. Problem solved. If it tastes bad, slice off your tongue. No taste, no complaints, eh? And I will not have to hear you whining. Everyone wins.
Who are you exactly?
So, no one's told you yet that the one by the biggest hearth is Aki, the worst cook among all Dalarida cooks? Huh. Surprising. So, I'm Aki. Welcome.
I met a cook, Rumpelt, who gave me a recipe that may inspire you.
Huh? Sour herring? And cheese? What's cheese? Never heard of that. Sounds like some bloody Camelot nonsense, but I'll give it a go, because, you know, I like sour things. And I like fish. Might be good. I'll try to cook it. If I ever get my hands on this, cheese. Thank you, outsider.
Here, this is what we call cheese.
Ah, now that's a different story. I know exactly what that is. We call it, gribelot here, because after eating it, folks tend to, you know, grib. A real delicacy.
Grip. What does that mean?
Oh, to grib means, you know, grib. Fart, yeah? After gribelot, huh?
Alright, let me know what you think of the dish.
Give me a moment.
So, Aki, what do you think about the recipe for sour herring and cheese?
Aye, right. I made it. But what the hell did you give me, eh? I felt pure agony at first. Never eaten anything like it. It's damn good. Sour herring and cheese. Oh, that mate of yours has a sharp mind. What tribe is he from?
He was a Camelot master of the kitchen, but no one understood him.
What? A Camelosian cooks something so tasty? It must have been the rune sending him to the wrong place. He'd fit in much better among the Volkers, yeah.
You seem frustrated.
It's about the Volkers and their terrible taste. They're always whining about my food. How is it that we can bleed, tear ourselves apart, and that's all fine? But the moment they have to eat something unconventional, they act like a Camelot whore tossed into a vat of boiling water. Huh?
Did you try to change anything about your cuisine?
Oh, believe me, outsider, I've tried. Every time it's ended up with me punching them for what they said about my dish. Or them punching me for making something so, you know, fucking disgusting. Yeah. I can barely breathe through my broken nose.
So the Volkers don't like your cooking.
They hate it. They gag every time they walk past. Bunch of fools. They'd rather eat raw weird deer guts than what I prepare. They don't care that my meal's more nourishing. And besides, I like it.
Really can't be that bad.
Aye, that's what I think too. Here, take it. Give it a try.
The great mistake. It stinks. Cut up. It stink. If it stinks, cut off your nose. Problem solved. If it tastes foul, slice your tongue off. No taste, no complaints. Inflicts 2% of maxed health as damage every second. I actually withstood that.
And? What do you think?
I think you should redefine some things about your menu.
Men? Well, what the hell are you on about? What do you mean?
You know, refine. To be more sophisticated cook.
Ah, sophisticated your arse. I don't need that.
Don't you want to be a master cook?
Master who? I don't care.
Do you want Volkers to like your cooking or not?
Screw them, no! Well... yes.
So let's talk about the culture of your tribe.
Okay.
What do you think defines the Volker?
Blood.
What's the general approach to life among your tribe?
Misery.
What's the greatest desire of your tribesfolk?
Death. Ah, now I get it. There's no point in cooking. I should just kill myself. Yeah, that's an idea.
No, that's not it. You just defined the 3 pillars of your tribe, right?
Right. And?
Keeping those values in mind, what would you cook?
3 pillars, you see. I think, I would say it would be... I'm not sure.
Exactly 3 pillars. What is it?
Endless screams of agony.
And what do those endless screams of agony require?
You're asking about ingredients, right? Well, I imagine there's definitely the brains of some beast in there, you know? And it would be great to add a strange toe. I haven't had one of those in ages. We'll need some fat, too. Can't get the creamy texture I'm thinking of without fat. And milk. That's it. What now?
I'll bring you everything you need, and you'll make it.
Are you serious? Well, I'll be damned. Thank you. So, I'll be waiting.
Yep. So, monster brain, strange toe, butter, and milk. What a combination. I can't believe we're helping somebody make a horrible for a second time, I should say. We're making someone make something so horrible that, people are gonna churn their insides. I fear for the person that has to eat it, and I know for a fact it might be me testing it. I guess we can go into Frick's house here. Okay, well, we got some pieces for our ingredients here. Alchemy station, we don't really need that. Get out of here. Nope to that. Agsmar. I guess we need to go into here. Maybe. I hope. Hello.
Greetings, stranger. I'm Engsvar, the chieftain of the Volkil tribe. What brings you here?
First of all, when I entered the village, one of your warriors challenged me to a duel.
Ah, Tig. Tig was a problem. The poor man had gone mad. He claimed to hear Mother's voice, that the goddess was commanding him to fight and die a noble death. Someone would have granted him that death long ago. It would have been kinder than his torment. But defeating a madman in combat brings no honor, so he suffered. And we suffered alongside him. Your act was an act of mercy. It's good that someone finally took it upon themselves to do it. We'll need to inform Helmi, Tig's widow. It's best if you handle it. Offer her your condolences. And don't worry. She'll understand that it had to be done.
Gurfnar sent me. He wants you to attend the moot.
Really? Me? A representative of the madmen forsaken by Mother? Does he think I don't know we're the joke of the other tribes? What? Does he want them to laugh in my face instead of behind my back?
Gurfnar wants the tribes to come to an agreement about Camelot.
An agreement? For centuries, every tribe has only looked out for itself. A single conversation isn't going to change that. Besides, with the others there, we'll never be treated as equals. That's just the way it's always been.
Madman.
That's what we are in the eyes of the other Dalrita. Sure, they respect our berserker's fury, when it's not too frequent, and when it happens to serve their battles. But deep down, they see it as madness. They're afraid that in our rage, we might mistake them for the enemy. Unfortunately, I must refuse. The vocal tribe will not join the moot. We have our own issues to attend to.
Can I help with something?
There is one thing, but I'm not sure you can do much about it. It's embarrassing to ask an outsider for help, but I have no other choice. Not far from the village, there's a hill that used to be the seat of our elders. At least, it was. Until bandits moved in and likely killed everyone there. They've destroyed the bridge, fortified the stronghold, and now they sit there, practically spitting in our faces.
They took over the land of Dalrieta right next to the village for the warriors.
I know. We've fallen far. Once, we were a proud tribe. Now, we're stuck watching petty thugs parade around our own land. Mother is clearly showing us what she thinks of us.
You didn't try to retake the Elder's seat?
We did. We lost too many good warriors. We underestimated them. On top of that, many Volkir left to join One Eye. So our numbers are thin. We don't even have our Berserker potion. We lost it, along with Mother's grace.
I take it you want to reclaim the seat of the Elders.
Yes, but if my warriors couldn't do it, I don't expect you to manage it alone. Still, maybe if you could sneak in there somehow and... I don't know. Either way, anyone who helps drive those dogs off our land will be rewarded.
You know, good timing, because I actually already dealt with it. I was actually headed there that way.
Really? How? No, don't tell me. Let it stay between you and Mother. I feel she has a hand in this. Thank you for stepping up for us. I promised a hefty reward, and now it's yours. And since Mother helped with reclaiming the seat of the Elders, maybe her grace will also guide us with the matter of the empty temple.
The empty temple?
Frigg, the matron who served there, disappeared one fateful day. We searched everywhere, but it was no use. It was like she vanished into thin air. The sacred totem of Mother, passed down from matron to matron, disappeared with her. Without it, we can't appoint a successor, and the temple has remained empty ever since.
Why did she leave?
It's hard to blame her. She left after the massacre of Gunvalder. Her daughter was with a man from that tribe, and was in the village when it happened. Frigg was furious that we didn't come to their aid. But tell me, would anyone have helped us if the situation had been reversed? Of course not. I've spent years questioning whether I made the right decision back then. Even now, I don't have an answer. And I no longer have the strength to dwell on it.
I take it she's important to your tribe.
You're right. Only a matron can brew the sacred potion that allows us to enter the battle frenzy. Without it, the Volker tribe isn't worth much.
If you want to find her, I can help.
We gave up searching for her a long time ago. It's pointless. Mother made her judgment clear. But if you're set on trying anyway, speak with Bride. He'll know more than I do.
Alright, sounds good. We've leveled up. We've got another quest. Or two, rather. Don't need the cracked shield. But we'll still pilfer anything we can get our hands on. Our grubby little hands, that is. Cooking pots. Cheese, parsley, always welcome. Milk. Ale, apples, cheese. Rosemary is also always a welcome addition. Oh, up there. Okay, there's a few bits here. Okay, not bad. I guess we go up the stairs here to see if there's anything else. Doesn't look like it. So we hop down here. Got some scones. You'd think you could take the books, but I guess not. Okay, that's all that collected. And we dip out here. Nice. And let's see, what else have we got here? I guess we can go to Giftha's shop. Hello.
Come closer, dearie. My, what a fetching lad you are. And all the way out here in the Forlorn Swords. Tell me, have you come looking for a strong Del Reader wife?
And what if I have? Are you offering?
You're a real charmer, aren't you? That's one of the things I miss about travelling across Avalon. Men outside the Forlorn Swords know how to use their words, make a woman feel special. The Del Reader don't put much stock in talk, especially the Volker. But it's still nice to hear something kind now and then.
Let's open a shop first before we do anything. We have read this before, but I will still buy it anyways because it's cheap. Let's see. Anything good? Origin potions are always nice, but we don't really need them. Increase critical chance by 25% for 30 seconds. Precision potion is probably going to be our best friend. Yeah, we'll buy the precision potions. Those are going to be our best friend here. If I could, I'd make some myself, but fortunately, that's not a thing we can actually do here. Let's get rid of the Tenacious Archer, I guess. Don't need the mana potions. Get rid of those. Get rid of some acid. I got 9 of those, so we don't need those. Precision potions we keep. Yeah, we'll keep the +4s. We keep the origin potions. Sell these. Greatly reduces HP, but locks stamina at 100% for 60 seconds. Yeah, we don't need that. Locking stamina is just better. It greatly reduces last or HP and mana, but locks stamina. We don't need that. Need this. Keep that. Increase critical chance by 20% for 40 or 60 seconds, which is nice. We don't want to get drunk, so we sell that. Holler's Grace. We'll sell all these, because we don't really use summons to begin with. Sell that, sell 1 + 4, and then we can sell... Yeah, I can do with a 30%, I guess. We'll go by price. Alright. You seem friendly for a Volker.
If all the Volker you met were like this sorry lot, then I'm not surprised I seem like the odd one out. I remember the feasts we used to have, the celebrations. Any excuse was good enough. Then I left for a couple of decades and came back to this. We were never the cheeriest folk, but now it's like they've all got a frost grot up their arses.
You said you traveled to Avalon.
Aye, ever since I was little, I wanted to see the world. I tried joining the Stone Wardens, but I've got 2 left hands when it comes to their craft. So, I did what many young Delreader do when they want a taste of freedom. I became a mercenary. I loved the road, but then the years started catching up to me, so I came back and set up my shop.
You didn't think of staying outside the Forlorn Swords?
Pish, no. This is my home. Always has been. I bore a son and daughter here. Left them to be raised by their fathers into proper Volker. But I came back from time to time to visit. I always knew I'd return one day. But it was when I met my grandchildren that I truly knew it was time to leave wandering behind.
Did you miss the world of the outside of Forlorn Swords?
Aye, I do sometimes. But these days, I'm content just reading about it. Oh, which reminds me, I've been waiting for my journal to be delivered. I heard from a friend that they wrote an article about me. But everything arrives late in this blasted village. would you be so kind as to check the road and see if the merchant is on the way?
Sure, no problem.
Ah, thank you, dearie. You're a sweet one, aren't you?
Alright, there we go. Let's grab what we can. Honestly, I don't really need to do this all the time, but eh. There we go. Alright, let's see. Is there anything alchemy-wise that I can make here? Aside from the bigger tea, probably not much, is there? Yeah, we'll leave it at that. There's nothing really worth making. As far as I can tell, anyways. Okay, let's drop the ceramic pitcher. That'll give us the Thorny Potion and the Precision Potion. I wish I had gotten those sooner, so I could have made some of those myself. But it can't be helped. We'll just make a whole bunch of Precision Potions, because having those is really good for us. And it would save us from needing to get up to full crits at that point. So it would be in our best interest to sack the 15 for the 25. If I'm not mistaken, if I go into character attribute specifically, yeah, if I take away the pants, I could actually get up to a full crit build with without needing these pants. So that way I can invest into something else, pants-wise, instead. This will only bring us up to a 75% crit chance, normally, but with a potion, as long as we do it before we fight anything, we're basically good. And then we could just use a, Okay, we just need to go to our chest here. Let's see what we've got in our stash that can help us here. We'll put this away and this. Don't need this or this. Alright, let's go into armors here. We need a good pair of pants, or greaves, if you will. Each enemy increases your armor by 3%. No. Dual Knight Trousers. Increase critical chance by 25% when your stamina is below 20%. Nope. Increases magic critical chance by 25. No. The Greaves are... The Sir Lancelot Greaves are probably the most stable option. I think we could do better. The 32 damage, though, is definitely not something to shake your head at. I think we rock the Tooth-on leggings, though. As weird as it might seem, the armor boost is actually just better in general. Yes, it does mean that we're losing out on a 32% chance on physical damage with these Greaves, but the armor value itself goes hard. And it scales with our armor in general, so that's a good thing to think about. Yeah. We'll have to find something better, obviously, but this is the best that we could go with for now. So we'll go with Attach Relic, go into armor here. Here we go. Then we go into upgrade. And we upgrade these greaves here a little bit. Yeah, we don't get much, but we get the armor value, which is good enough for me. We will level up this armor, I guess. Or we could level up the greaves, which will increase crit damage by another 2 points. Let's go for the helm. This will increase our armor, at least, which is good enough. Alright, go into armor. Swap over to the Tooth-on leggings. And then we'll put the fledgling breeches away. This does mean that our crit has been reduced down to 49. But technically it's bigger than that. Because with the helm, it is... We've nearly got a 100%. We just consume the potion and then we're good. So all we do is attribute up. If we take a point here, we can get up to 75. And that is perception done. So melee critical chance is at 75. With the potion consumption, we can increase this up to 100. So that way we guarantee criticals. Which is exactly what we want. So now that we guarantee criticals, we can just stack up HP somehow. I guess we want to reduce the amount of damage, though. So if we take a point in Disrupting Shove, we want to prioritize Confidence. This is going to give us another DR of 5. Which will help us in the long run. Because that will be an additional 15% damage reduction. If done right. That'll be nice. I guess we can talk with the smithy here, see why he's not out and about. Yo.
Off with you, stranger. I don't want to talk. I feel sorrow.
Can I help you?
Oh, I saw an outsider. I figured you must have lost your way to end up here, at the Volker tribe. But you... not riding ahead, are you? That's why you're here. Can I help you? Speaking so politely to a Volker? You got to be mad. And to answer your question, no, I can't be helped. I just need to be alone.
Why are you sad?
You won't leave me be, will you? Fine, have it your way. How long can a man sulk, anyway? A mourning a loss, if you must know. My blade. Shattered into pieces. I've collected every shard and keep them close. It's hard to accept that I'll never wield it in battle again.
What happened to your sword?
I shattered it. I realized I couldn't keep going like this. It had all gone too far, far beyond what I could handle. It kept demanding more. Because everything comes at a price.
What do you mean by that?
The sword. It needed proof of loyalty. Proof that we were worthy of each other. And since blood binds best, it demanded blood. When there was no one else to cut down, I let it taste my own. Until, one day, the blood of others wasn't enough anymore. It wanted mine.
Your sword made you harm yourself.
Aye, so what? Don't give me that look. It's clear you've not spent much time with the Volkers, if things like this bother you.
What happens when you didn't feed it blood?
It went dull. Dull as an ulcer. Couldn't even cut through a slab of bear meat. Sometimes, if I went too long without tasting my blood, I'd have to fight with that blunt blade. Felt like punishment for letting it starve.
What will you do with the shards now?
Oh, what, you want them? Fine, take them. I'm not reforging it into a new blade. I need to come to terms with the loss. It was meant to be. But if you can forge something from it, I'll commend you. It's not an easy material to work with.
If I reforge the shards into a new weapon, you won't want it back?
No. That will be your work, your blade. Just like I once found mine, you'll find yours in the forge's fire. I'll rid myself of what's caused me so much sorrow, and you'll gain something to fight with. A fair trade. Just remember, if it starts whispering to you, there's only one way to deal with it.
Any advice on working with these shards?
Well, you'll definitely need Weirdstone. And besides that...
You mentioned I must have lost my way and ended up here. You don't see outsiders often?
It's rare enough to see other people in the Forlorn Swords. But making it to the Volkers, that's another story. Most don't. They get eaten by beasts, their minds twisted by ice weavers, or swallowed by the night. Or they simply decide there's nothing here, and wonder why the hell they should bother coming to us at all. I don't blame them. But since everyone's abandoned us, they can shove it. We'll manage on our own. There's nothing left anyway.
You don't seem to have the brightest opinion of your own tribe.
That's not it, stranger. Listen closely. Some say Mathair has abandoned us. Me? I'm not sure she was ever really with us in the first place. Well, that doesn't matter. What matters is Volker. I'm loyal to the tribe because loyalty is the only thing with real worth. A man can be broken by the silence when his gods don't answer. He can be broken by death's shadow or the grip of madness. But if he stays loyal to his tribe, deep down in his heart, it means that everything fades, except devotion. Let's take a look at what I've got.
Let's see what you got. You've got a whole bunch of crafting materials, but that's about it, huh? Nothing we really want aside from maybe the wood. The wood we can put to use by making arrows, so I'm actually going to grab that. But beyond that, I don't really see any uses for anything here. Could sell some stuff, but again, nothing we really need. But I digress. Let's see what we can make. Stag's Defiance, we can make this. This is a very expensive item. No reason to not, after all. We can make some Wordbone arrows. I think that's probably going to be what we do with most of the wood. Okay. We'll do by price. Here's that's going to be the most expensive, the Haymaker Crown. We'll opt to leave it at that for now, though, and put the rest of the materials away. Put the Stag's Defiance, the Warp Shield in there. Yeah, that's a lot of arrows. By having 800, that's 8 pounds worth of arrows. That's wild. Well, we won't need more arrows of anything else, so I guess, let's put these arrows away. There's no need to have 8 pounds worth of arrows on us. But we've got nearly 300, in general for, our gear. Oh yeah, no, now I think about it. Let's see. Yeah, we need a better Perilous Orb. I thought R1 had a +1 to it, but I guess it's been changed, or altered, if you will. Well, regardless, we should be fine. If we had something that increases our damage if an enemy was bleeding, I'd probably take that, but unfortunately we do not. The most we got is like specific types of relics that do with benefits, but I digress. We don't need to worry about that. Okay, so that building's been done, that's been done. I think I went into this building already. Yep. Did I go into this building again? Helmies. I don't think I did. But regardless, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. We've managed to make some significant progress, I must admit. We'll take some, the Volker armor. But yeah, we've managed to do a lot so far. We've managed to clear out a majority of the area here. We've still got to do some quests up here. We've got a few quests back over into the Descent, which should be in Kunox, I believe. Wherever that is. Is it in Kunox? Yeah, I guess it'd be in the Horns of the South specifically. Because it'd be in the ocean, right? Or would it? I don't see it. Okay, so it's... I have no idea where it is, but I digress. We've managed to make some significant progress. We're now going to be helping the Volker tribe. Obviously, the end goal is to make sure the moot either doesn't happen, or the moot just results in a impartial judgment of just letting the Avalonians just vibe and just accept the fact that things calm down. But I digress. I am going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. I'll see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.